Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video, we are going to discuss a beautiful poem written by Toru Dutt called Sita. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. You might wonder who is Toru Dutt. She was an Indian poet and novelist who wrote in English and French. She was born in Bengal, India and belonged to a family of writers and intellectuals. She, along with her sister Aru, played a significant role in the literary scene during the colonial times when British was ruling over India. Toru Dutt Her works are basically known for a blend of Indian and Western cultures and traditions, and she tries to bring out a multicultural effect in her works. Now, the poem Sita by Toru Dutt is inspired by the Indian epic the Ramayana. It narrates the tale of Sita, the wife of Lord Rama, who undergoes various trials, including being abducted by the demon king Ravana. Toru Dutt, through this poem, captures a moment of storytelling where a mother is telling about this epic to her 3 children. So what is the central message of the poem? It revolves around the power of storytelling and its impact on imagination. We see how 3 children are being told the story of an epic by a mother, and still it is able to evoke deep emotions. The entire poem is here for you to view at a glance, and now we'll begin decoding the line by line meaning of the poem. Let's start decoding the meaning of the poem, and at the end I'll provide you a little note that will help you in getting an overall understanding of the poem. 3 happy children in a darkened room. What do they gaze on with wide open eyes? So we see from the very beginning there is mention of 3 children who are very happy. They are said to be in a joyful mood, but they are in a dimly lit room. The room is not bright and full of light. The children are looking, they are gazing or looking at something with a great fascination because their eyes are wide open. So there's something that is really making them feel interested. A dense forest where no sunbeam pries, and in its center a cleared spot. So over here they see a thick forest where the sunlight cannot penetrate. That is how dense or thick the forest cover is. And in the middle of this forest there is a clear area where beautiful flowers are in full bloom. So in this area there are beautiful flowers that are in full bloom, and these gigantic flowers, these large flowers, they are growing on the vines or the creepers as if hugging the tall trees. And in a quiet lucid lake, so there is in the forest an area where there is a clear lake, and around that lake there are white swans which are gliding or swimming about gracefully on the lake, and there's a sound which is described as whirring coming from the thicket or the underbrush. So this is true, when there is a lot of thick forest cover, you are bound to hear natural sounds from amidst the bushes and shrubs that are growing. The peacock springs there, herds of wild deer race. So there's a peacock that is in full action, and there's a group of wild deer who are running freely in this kind of a setting. Their patches gleam with yellow weaving grain. So there are fields of yellow, there are grains which are also growing in certain areas in this forest. There, blue smoke from strange altars rises light. So blue smoke is coming out from very strange, unfamiliar places. So this entire thing is giving the atmosphere, the setting, a very mystical, magical kind of a quality. Next, what happens? There dwells in peace the poet anchorite. So in this peaceful setting lives a poet who has chosen a life of solitude and deep thinking. The poet has chosen to be in this place so that he can live peacefully alone without any kind of distractions. But who is this fair lady? Not in vain. So now the focus shifts to a fair lady, and her presence is not without any purpose. There's a reason why there is mention of it. That is why the poet uses the phrase not in vain. She weeps, for lo, at every tear she sheds, tears from 3 pairs of young eyes fall amain. So the lady who is seen over here, she's crying, she's weeping, and with each tear that she is shedding, 3 pairs of young eyes, that is the 3 children who are listening to the story of the mother, are also crying together. And bowed in sorrow are the 3 young heads. So the children, on hearing the story, are bowing their heads because they are extremely sad. So this sorrow is almost mirroring or being similar to the sorrow expressed by the lady who's crying. It is an old story, and the lay which has evoked sad Sita from the past is by a mother sung. So the poem acknowledges that the source of the lady's sorrow is an ancient tale, an ancient story which has evoked Sita from the past. And what is the story about? This story has brought out the image of Sita, a character from the past who is known for being sad and sorrowful in the Indian epic, the Ramayana. The story is now being narrated or told by a mother, and now it is concluded, becoming silent or hushed, and melts the picture from their sight away. This image of the story that had been created has now started fading away from the minds of the children. However, the impact of the story remains, and the children will continue to dream of this story until the day they can be reunited with their mother. When shall those children by their mother's side gather Ahmi and as erst at eventide? So the poet wonders that when will the children once again be by their mother's side, coming together as they did in the past, especially during the evening. The phrase Ahmi suggests a sigh or a lament. So what are the major themes of the poem? Firstly, it talks about the power of storytelling, because through storytelling, one is able to create a deep imagery and evoke emotions. The narration by the mother brings an ancient tale, an ancient story of Sita to life for the children. Second, I could say that the poem teaches us about timelessness. The timeless nature of story, that is a story that has happened long ago in the past, is still relevant in a time when the mother is narrating the story. Also suggests how there is a connection between the past and the present times. Thirdly, imaginative escape. The children's absorption of this tale signifies the power of imagination to transport an individual to far and wide spaces even while sitting in one place. And lastly, there is also the maternal connection, the mother's role as the storyteller in the poem, and the emotional connection with her children highlights the maternal bond as a source of comfort, education, and cultural transmission. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.